And the name of the drop will be...
Mounts of Mayhem.
Minecraft Live has wrapped for September 2025, and Mojang has revealed contents for the Mounts of Mayhem drop, which introduces Nautiluses, spears, and more. So let's waste no time and get right into everything that was revealed at Minecraft Live. My name is MintRefresh, and if you're excited for the new drop, please make sure to drop your cursor or finger onto the like button and subscribe button for more Minecraft content that I swear does not include more jokes like that. So first, Mojang revealed that the Copper Age drop is releasing on September 30th, just 3 days from the show. Now this is something that has been well known in the community by using Bedrock preview version numbers and Java's pre-release and release candidate dates to pinpoint the most likely day, but it is nice to get confirmation. Since the Copper Age drops on Tuesday, we can expect the first snapshot and preview for the winter drop to most likely be on the next Tuesday or October 7th, so keep that in your calendars for when you might be able to begin playing with these new features. Now to get right into the new content, Mojang showed us the Nautilus, a new underwater mob that lives in the oceans. Basically, Nautiluses are like a cross between happy ghasts, camels, and horses, but for the ocean, and this is going to become more apparent the more I tell you about it. From the footage, it looks like they can be found in every ocean biome variant, from the icebergs of frozen oceans to the coral reefs of warm oceans. You can tame the Nautilus using pufferfish, and then you can saddle and ride them. Agnes says this experience is meant to be like flying on a happy ghast, but underwater, although it seems that they also emphasize that the Nautilus is very maneuverable, which the happy ghast is not really known for. The Nautilus can dash just like a camel, and it can jump out of the water while being ridden. And also like the happy ghast, they are meant to be helpful for building, but while you are underwater. While riding the Nautilus, you get the Breath of the Nautilus status effect, which pauses your oxygen bar, allowing you to possibly breathe underwater as long as you stay riding the Nautilus. This happens by literally pausing your oxygen meter, so as long as you have remaining oxygen, you can survive on the Nautilus. Once you dismount, however, your oxygen will begin dropping from where it was when you had first mounted it. Mojang has told us this is connected to how pufferfish are used in water-breathing potions, and we know that Nautilus shells are used in conduits, which allow you to breathe underwater, so there's some cool lore and world-building connections here. Mojang clearly put some thought and logic into this mob's design, which is always great to see. Now, if you follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky, which you should do if you don't yet, you'll know that Nautiluses do not eat pufferfish in real life since they are spiny and poisonous and probably don't taste that great. Hopefully, we do not have another feeding fireflies to frogs or cookies to parrots situation on our hands. Nautiluses are also receiving Nautilus Armor, which will come in 5 variants: copper, iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. This is extremely interesting because there isn't even a netherite version of horse armor, so maybe that could be a secret feature we see in Snapshot. They did say that you will find Nautilus armor in loot chests, like horse armor. While most of the armors will probably be found in the same structures that have horse armor, like dungeons, I would be really surprised if that is also where you find netherite Nautilus armor, which I would expect to either be found somewhere in the nether, or maybe just have to upgrade a diamond piece of netherite. You can also find zombie Nautiluses, which are ridden by drowned zombies, which sound absolutely terrifying if they have a trident. Zombie Nautiluses are neutral, but we don't yet know whether, just like skeleton horses are, they can be ridden if the hostile mob riding it is killed. If so, this can mean that you can choose to have a zombie Nautilus mount instead of a normal Nautilus. So now this is another addition to the list of creatures in Minecraft with zombie variants, which is definitely interesting for lore. The last thing to say about the Nautilus is that you can get baby Nautiluses by breeding Nautiluses with pufferfish, which is exactly what you use to tame them. So these baby Nautiluses have a slightly different model, as you can see. You can see that the texture is smaller, and so that is very neat because we don't see that for very many mobs. Also, given that we have the baby Nautilus, you could probably expect that we're also going to have baby zombie Nautiluses, which I'm curious to know if they're going to be ridden by baby drowned. Now, the next big feature in this drop is the spear, which is a new tiered weapon. This means that it will come in different materials, just like your standard tools. However, Mojang has only confirmed that spears come in copper, iron, gold, diamond, and netherite, which could mean that wooden and stone spears just don't exist. Now, the first thing to say is look at the size of this thing. This is the first item that is still a 2D model when held, but is larger than 16 by 16 pixels. Now, spears have two modes for attacking, which are charging and jabbing. Charge attacks do more damage the faster you are moving, making the spear basically a horizontal mace that can be used by running, riding a horse, boating, or even flying with elytra. So now we have Jousting, Nautilus Jousting, Elytra Jousting, and even Iceboat Jousting, which sounds like absolute carnage of a minigame. When charging, spears will deal damage and knockback as you would expect, but can also forcibly dismount players from whatever they are riding. Do warn that the longer you are charging for, the weaker it gets, eventually losing the ability to dismount players and then lowering completely and not dealing damage. It sounds like each tier of spear has a different weight to it, with heavier materials reducing the amount of time that you can charge with it. Now, while you are enjoying spears, so are zombies, which can spawn riding zombie horses, which finally make zombie horses obtainable in survival Minecraft. I remember when zombie horses were added to Minecraft 1.6, along with normal horses, so now we finally get them after 12 years. Zombie horses will be found in plains and savanna biomes, just like normal horses. Mojang has confirmed that they are not hostile, so we should be able to ride the zombie horses in survival after their passenger is removed, just like how we can ride skeleton horses. They also look like they are getting a slight retexture, which you can see when you compare the front of their torso from the live stream to the current texture. All of these features are coming in the next game drop, which is titled Mounts of Mayhem, given its focus on mounts and mounted combat. I expect this to be something like 1.21.10 for Java Edition, unless there is a bug fix for the Copper Age drop. Expect that this drop will release in early to mid-December, just like last year's Garden Awakens drop. Now, one last thing that I want to point out, which is not something from the live stream, but is something that is mentioned on the recap on the Minecraft website. So in this paragraph here about the Copper Age, the writer mentions that they used the word copper during the segment 22 times, and this is in bold and in italics. Now, I did not go and count to see whether or not this is actually the accurate number of times that they said it, but 22, I wonder if this is a hint on 1.22 coming sometime soon. Perhaps we will see it for summer of 2026. And that is everything we saw at Minecraft Live. Let me know in the comments which of these features you are most excited to see in Minecraft. Mojang has hinted that there is more coming, so could that be netherite horse armor? Could that be some more stuff to do with spears? Maybe it is more combat changes. Let me know what you think and what you would want to see. Before I go, if you like tough golems or want to see your new copper gear oxidize, make sure to keep an eye on my accounts for 2 new resource packs coming in the next few days, as well as for updates to my other resource packs and data packs. Sounds like a great reason for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your weekend, and have a good one.